Hi, my name is Geneva, and this is the day in the life of a human resources professional. I got a camera crew here with me today. Let's get going with the day. I'm a human resources supervisor for the Sacramento Municipal Utility District, or SMUD. Multiple classifications and titles utilized within the human resources field. We call ourselves talent acquisition partners. I've been called a recruiter before. They're human resources analysts. At the core of it, we just want to make sure that we're creating a place for people to get great employment. And then I double checked that this one's going to have probation again.
Just this part right here.
You want the street change? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because my team does so much of the hiring all the way from interns up into director positions, it's really a variety of things that we do in terms of helping people understand where they need to be, where they are in those processes. It's amazing to have the ability to truly set people up to change the trajectory of their life, because we're not just helping that one person find their career or their passion, we're helping their entire family, which completely changes their generational wealth and the way in which they can move and navigate through this world. It is beyond fulfilling. It is like the purpose in which I'm in this work, to make sure that we're removing barriers for all different types of people, to make sure that they can truly just live in their joy and thrive. I chose the fun part of HR because it is a really great blend of the people interaction and the individual work. I have a consultation with one of my hiring managers. I'm gonna have my one-on-one with my analyst today. We're gonna walk through some of the recruitments he's going through. From there, we're gonna go on to have our talent acquisition staff meeting, where we're all gonna get to learn a little bit more about each other and what's going on in our worlds. So here we go.
Hi, Barbie. How are you? Good. How are you?
Not too bad. We need to get you a business transformation specialist.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, I found HR while I was going through my undergraduate degree. I thought I was going to start as a psychology major. From my internship, I went into a personnel technician and then to a human resources assistant. From there, I went to a administrative analyst, and then I became a senior personnel analyst, and now I am a supervising talent acquisition partner.
It says on their master's degree.
Okay.
And I feel like that is potentially a barrier that's not necessary.
I agree. Background checks, reference checks, all of that is typically going around 4 weeks at this point. So even when we have our selected candidate, it's going to take a little time for them to have the opportunity to give their 2 weeks notice and get their life situated in order to start here.
Okay. Done, son.
Yeah.
I like it.
I got you.
I like it.
All right, we're going off to the next meeting. What I like to do is break up where I'm going so that I'm not feeling stagnant all throughout the day. Keeps variety going. So my next meeting is going to be with one of my analysts. We have our line worker exam coming up and how we can resource that, what administrative things we need to make sure that we have it going on, and then whether or not he's getting any pushback from the department in terms of how they're going to help make sure this thing all goes together. Skills needed in this job would be adaptability for sure. Every day is a variety. You're interacting with new different people regularly. Say public speaking is probably a pretty big deal as well. Being comfortable talking to people, whether it be one-on-one or in a group or giving presentations, the ability to stay cool under pressure. There's a lot of moving parts in terms of helping people get to where they need to go and making sure that the hiring managers aren't pushing you too far and you're kind of holding the line in terms of our policies and procedures.
Line work is a major one. Their goal is to hire up to 20 apprentices.
They're trying to get 20 apprentices. Okay, it's 10:52 right now. I've just gotten out of 2 back-to-back meetings. I had a meeting with my hiring manager and then a meeting with my analyst. I'm gonna go head into my staff meeting in a moment, and I'm pretty excited because we have a training that's gonna happen by one of the staff members, and we're also gonna get to kind of learn a little bit more about what's happening with a big project and see how we can divvy up that work. The pros for being an HR professional are that you get a lot of human interaction. The cons of being an HR professional are that you get a lot of human interaction. It can be really difficult to have to tell a candidate that they haven't moved forward and they were really excited about it, and that's one of the tough days in this profession. But it is also an amazing place where you get to tell someone, I have this offer for you and I want to make sure that you are valued in the best way possible. Would you be interested in joining our company? It is really the human factor that makes it hard sometimes and makes it really rewarding on the other hand. What I like to do to de-stress from a long day, I really like hanging out with my kids. They're pretty awesome. They're at really great ages right now. They still think I'm cool. We do a lot of board games. That's a big deal. And they just recently got into t-ball and softball, and it really just lifts my whole day.
Hey, everybody. Hi.
Oh, my daddy.
Hey. We're all excited to be here. I'm so excited you're all here. We're gonna go through our training for scheduling candidates through success factors. We'll do our roundtables, so if you have anything pressing happening in your areas, let us know and how we can help jump in to support whatever you got going on. Sound good? Let's do it. I get to work with my team and we get to strategize on how we're gonna help our clients. Then we get to go out into the field, talk to different candidates, figure out what they're interested in and match those skill sets. I get to talk to people often, and then I also get my alone time to make it make sense for me. And it is just honestly the variety that I need to make sure that it feels purposeful. To get into HR, you're gonna be looking for job titles that say HR assistant, HR technician, because that's kind of your entry level in. Those typically don't require any type of degree. You might set yourself apart by having a degree in comms or business or psychology even, but those are really the best positions that kind of give you the understanding of what that company does and what HR does overall. Do you want to be a generalist and kind of oversee all of that, or do you want to go into a specific area that gives you more joy than another? Being interested in HR doesn't always mean you're super bubbly and fun and all that kind of stuff. It is a really good part of it, but if you like numbers and data and making sure policies and procedures are interesting as well, you can do that too. There's really a place for anything you're interested in within human resources. If you like performing, you might be a learning and development specialist. If you like recruiting, you might be a person that does a lot of public speaking. If you like data, you could be a business analyst that specifically helps human resources and understanding how those people translate to numbers. So there's a place for you here in anything that you're interested in doing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. Have the best day ever. Bye.
Bye.
That's it?
Done.
Yeah. That's it.
I think we're done.
We did it.